room temporarily of her own accord.
I'd better go check on my mother.
How fortunate. Yes, I'll just keep an eye on her to make sure that she's all the way outside of the motel, all the way out by the far end of the parking lot, where she won't be able to hear anything if I should blurt it out. Oh, good, she is. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll come up with a word, and that will be the death word. You see, when she comes back, I'll continue my conversation with her, but if she says the word, I'll kill her. If she can get through the conversation without saying the word, she'll be safe for now. Well, let's see. A humdrum housewife. What is a word that is something to do with the life of a humdrum housewife?
Wine.
I heard wine. And then I heard wine again. And since that comes from the right part of my brain, I could not possibly resist. Well, the word is wine. I hope she comes back soon. Her mother is yelling at her.
Bad bitch.
You're a naughty voice in my head. You already... Well, never mind. Here she comes. Ah, you've come back.
She's moved her car.
I'm so glad to hear it. Mrs. Walker, I'm sorry. Why don't you sit down and relax? I realize I've been very, very overbearing.
Yes, you have. Thank you.
Mrs. Walker,
Yes.
when you're at home and the children are too much to bear, how do you unwind?
Sponge bath.
A sponge bath. My goodness, that must be relaxing.
It is. I love the feeling of a sponge caressing my body. Like hands. Like a man's hands. A strange man.
That's such a better answer than I had hoped for. I can just imagine you in that bathtub.
No, thank you.
Don't worry, you're discreetly covered with bubbles. Except for the slender arch of your right leg, which is extended on the end of the tub. And in one hand, you're holding your favorite sponge that you run luxuriously over your brow and cheeks. And in the other hand, what are you holding in the other hand?
A cigarette.
Yes, I can just see you there, sponging your brow, smoking on your cigarette, finally putting the cigarette down and capping it off with something perfect. What do you cap it off with?
Hot cocoa.
Do you have a hot plate in the bathroom then?
Warm bath water. Just kidding.
I suppose you don't often have an opportunity for such a luxury, though. I mean, when your child is upset and they need you, what does your child do when they're upset?
Scream.
Anything else?
Cry.
Anything else?
Whinge.
I don't like you. Mrs. Walker,
Yes.
what are you going to do? Are you going to allow your mother to push you back into that stifling home? Or are you going to become a movie star?
That wouldn't really happen, though. It's just a daydream.
Remember, I told you this place is like limbo. And something wonderful happens in limbo. Daydreams become night dreams. And night dreams become real.
Fascinating.
Well, is there anything that's not on the bar that I can get for you?
Soda.
Go to sleep.
My cigarette.
Ahem! Wife, are you in there? It is your husband, Roger Walker.
Oh, Roger. Come in.
Oh dear. You look normal today. Dearest, I had to get a babysitter for the children because you were gone, and I frankly didn't know what to do with them.
For goodness sakes, it's 7:30 p.m. Couldn't you have just given them an early bedtime tonight?
Well, I already made them the sandwiches. I thought that was all I had to do. Dearest, I think it's time that we consummate and produce another.
Roger, I'm not quite ready for that yet. I think there might be more things in our future. Maybe tying ourselves down with another baby isn't the best thing to move forward. So yes, we could claim another dependent on our tax return. There's other things to consider. For instance, my body. It goes through certain changes.
Well, that's fine. I don't care for your body anyway. Dearest, you know what I mean. Whatever changes it goes through, I will still enjoy your company. Oh, delightful. There's milk here. May I indulge myself?
Yes, help yourself.
Oh, joy.
You know, the point of this hotel room is for me to be alone. For one night in my life.
But dearest, don't you feel alone enough when you're on the far side of the bed nearing the edge? And I try to caress you with my hands that you say are coarse, unlike a sponge.
Roger, do you remember that one time when I went to that special bookstore and I got a book with scripts in it?
Oh,
You know, for bedtime.
dear, you know I don't enjoy the cinema.
No, it wasn't for the cinema. It was, you know, the role play that we do privately. And I tried to get into it with you. And you read the lines very blankly, and I was good though, wasn't I? I was a good actress.
Well, you were doing a good job pretending that you enjoyed my company. This milk is quite joyous. Perhaps I should drink it before we consummate, and that'll help the role play to feel more organic.
Oh my God.
Not tonight. As I said, I think that it's best I be alone tonight.
Well, dear, I simply don't know how to function without you. I think you should come home.
For goodness sakes, Roger, you're a full-functioning adult. Don't you know how to take a meal out of the freezer and put it in the oven?
That's how you do it.
Just one night. One night.
Well, perhaps I will get unclothed, except for my top half, and I'll wait in the bedroom. See if you change your mind. I know that is quite arousing sometimes.
Fine, I'll sleep on the couch. Go ahead.
Would you like me to kill him?
No!
I can, you know.
No!
No, you're right. That's silly. That would be ridiculous. Perhaps you should take a walk around the block in order to think about how ridiculous that suggestion was, because clearly that's nothing you really want.
It's not. Look, it's getting late.
I know. Please. Remember, I said I'm very happy living here. I understand my guests very, very well. Why don't you take a walk around the block?
This is some sort of silly game you're playing. I do need some dinner, though. Is there a restaurant across the street?
Yes, there is. It's very delicious.
Thank you. I expect that you'll follow me out very shortly.
You needn't go that far. I think I should kill him! And yet again, I am trying so hard to be good. Sir?
Darling, are you out there? I wore my good briefs tonight.
Yes, I'm out here.
Oh, well, you don't appear to be my wife.
No, that's right. Your wife had to take a walk around the block for a moment. I'm Nathan Bates. I'm the owner of the motel.
I see.
This is challenging because I have a great idea, but once again, I don't want to blurt it out right here if I get too excited, yet we just started the conversation. I can't imagine why he would inexcusably leave the room for a while and then come back. I hope he does, though.
I'm sorry, I'm intimidated by the presence of other men, so I'm going to excuse myself now.
All right. If you get over it, come back shortly. Well, this is a game I like to play called the Death Chair. You see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chairs. We're going to choose 3 of them. When he comes back, I'll continue my conversation with him. And if he sits in one of the 3 death chairs, I'll kill him immediately. It is what she wants, you know. All right, then. Voices in my head, it will help if you hold up fingers for this one. I hope you have fingers in my head. So, will it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Which 3 chairs are the death chairs?
4, 5, and 6.
4, 3.
The very first thing I saw was 1, so we'll have 1.
2.
You changed! 3. 1.
2, it's next to the knife.
3. And 2. 1, 3, and 2. If he sits in one of the death chairs, I kill him. If he doesn't, it's her fault. Oh, it's too late now. My goodness, I hope he comes back soon. Ah, Mr. Walker, you've come back.
Oh, you're still here.
I am. I wanted to apologize for my rude behavior.
It was frightening, and I
I-
felt intimidated and emasculated.
I'm glad you came back. I hope you are both masculated and intimidated.
Possibly.
Mr. Walker, you don't really deserve such a woman as your wife, do you?
You think I can do better?
No. As a matter of fact, I don't. As a matter of fact, I think you are a dry, uninteresting, uninspired man. I think you're a weight upon that woman. I think she could excel and achieve so much more if only you in your drabness didn't drag her down each and every day of her pathetic life. Would you like some milk?
I would. Sir, I have to say that your flattery makes me feel uncomfortable.
Tell me how you met her.
Well, you see, we attended high school together. That's where we met.
So young, so full of potential.
Yes. Well, she seemed to have some issues at the time. Her mother was quite overbearing and scared most of the other men away. But she found me pleasant for some reason, as if I weren't intimidating. I can't say why.
Surely at some point you had some dreams of your own, perhaps that excel your current realized activities?
Well, I do quite like milk. Sometimes I wish I were a spokesperson for it.
As long as we're chatting, why don't you have a seat?
That's a good idea. I do like sitting. This chair looks pleasant. So does this one. I think I'll sit down now.
You might want to finish your milk, Mr. Walker.
You know, I hear that milk brings long life.
I'm just waiting for you to finish and put the glass down safely.
I do enjoy chugging warm milk. It's my second glass of the night.
I don't like to ruin milk with refrigeration or pasteurization. Mr. Walker, I want you to know that what you're about to do is perhaps the greatest gift you could ever give to your wife.
Are we going to consummate again?
No. You're going to set her free.
I don't quite understand. And why do you have that utensil I used to make sandwiches earlier?
Because I'm going to use this to kill you, so that you'll no longer drag that woman down.
Oh, I would not like that. Please don't do that. No. Please, I have so much to live for. I have an accounting firm.
That's very unimpressive.
I have 2 dependents. Please. I need this life. I enjoy milk. Sometimes I even like my wife.
encourage me.
Don't we all get on now?
Excuse me, Wanda, what? Sir? Sir? Oh, God. Sir?
Wanda, I
Sir?
get it!
Oh! Oh!
What have you done, you horrible
Oh, no!
man?
It wasn't...
You killed me left and right!
No, it wasn't me! It wasn't me, I
You got a bloody knife in your hand!
swear! I swear!
I knew
Well.
it! I saw you!
Well, well. How interesting. One drab little man dead. One exuberant wife set free. And one maker of dreams accused of the murder. What will happen next? I'm afraid we're going to have to wait to find out, because I have to go to the bathroom. Let's take a break.